Life is a series of ups and downs. Sometimes you are up, sometimes down, but there are difficult times when we need support and guidance. Here are ways that will help you confront your emotional pain more skillfully. 1. Stay positive. When you stay positive, you're putting yourself in the best position possible to not only make it through those bad times, but become a better person in the process. You're putting yourself in the best position possible. You can do one of two things when life takes a turn for the worst. You can remain positive and remind yourself that there really is a light at the end of the tunnel and that you'll make it through, or you can curl up in the fetal position and relegate yourself to being nothing more than a victim of circumstance. 2. Appreciate the things you have rather than the ones you don't. Gratitude is the quickest pathway to happiness and peace of mind. Instead of focusing on the negative, get clear about what it is that you're grateful for. Write out everything in your life you can think of that you're grateful for having or experiencing. Studies have proven that when you're grateful, you're far happier. 3. Learn to forgive. When someone else is at fault for the bad situation you find yourself in, instead forgive that person. You accept what happened, but you no longer hold it against them. You will feel much better, because now instead of focusing on the negative feelings you have toward that person, you can focus on you and moving forward. 4. Prioritize in self-care. Self-care is necessary to survive tough situations. Whenever we go through difficult situations, we tend to forget about ourselves. You might not have time for your usual healthy habits, but you can still take good care of yourself by preparing a nutritious meal to make you feel better. Keep your favorite treats in your bag. If you can't go to the gym, take at least 10 to 15-minute walk around your neighborhood to clear and release physical tension, stress in your mind. 5. Talk it out. Not talking about your challenges and situations grows and mutate into horrible worries and anxieties. Talking to someone that you trust and feel safe around helps you pour your heart out. It's like a weight being removed from your shoulder, although sometimes the person cannot help in any way, but a listening ear is enough. 6. Do not be so hard on yourself. When everything is not going as expected, do not be too hard on yourself. Everybody makes a mistake, accept it already and find ways to rectify it. 7. Avoid toxic people. Toxic people are individuals who are not supportive of you or reliable and don't have your best interest at heart. They never listen to you, and might even be very judgmental, controlling or demanding. Spend less time or no time at all with toxic people. Because after being with them, you feel drained and depleted. In other words, they make you feel worse about yourself. 8. Ask for help. Never assume that you can and should handle this difficult time on your own. Remember that you're not alone. Everyone experiences these deep and painful human emotions, although the causes might be different. Asking for help does not mean that you are weak, instead shows how brave you are, because you acknowledged your struggles and reached out. It does not have to be people you know if you don't want them to know. Remember that there are many kinds of support. Support may come from a family, friends, coworkers, a doctor, therapist, support group, or even your higher power. 9. Learn from the difficult times. Try to pick everything apart and see what exactly went wrong and what you could have done differently. And you will end up learning something that will help you eventually and get a real clear picture of what really happened and what you will need to do to make sure you are not in the same situation again. Or find yourself in a similar situation, you will know what to do to minimize the difficulty of the situation. And lastly, 10. Rely on your faith. Whatever you believe in, God, Allah, Buddha, or the spiritual oneness that binds us all. Learn to rely on your faith and remember that this too shall pass. No situation is permanent. But for you to become a tough person, we often need to rely on something far greater than ourselves. This isn't solely about religion. If you're not a religious person, rely on your spirituality. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.